This isn't my camera, that's why the quality is so much better. Get a Canon, not a Nikon. Basically. Hello lovelies, it's book haul time. Let's talk about books that I have received in the past maybe 2 months or so. This is probably my first book haul ever where I didn't buy any of the books. Woohoo! I'm really excited to show you this book haul because I'm sure that you won't have heard of at least some of these books. I'm sure you would have heard of others, but I'm sure that I will show you something new in this, which is great. So here we go. So let's start with books that I got from publishers. Did I press record? Yep. Good. Okay, let's go. So, book number 1 is The Rest of Us Just Live Here by Patrick Ness. This was sent to me by Walker a few months ago. This is out now, I think. It is about the people who are not the chosen ones. It is about teenagers in high school. They just want to graduate and there are lots of crazy things happening and they just have no idea why and they're trying to get on with their lives. And I have read this. I will be putting up a review in the next week or so keep your little eyes out for that, and you can see all my thoughts on it. So the next book was sent to me from Penguin Random House. Thank you so very much, Penguin Random House. And it is The Blackthorn Key by Kevin Sands, not that you can see that on the front because it's plain. So this is a middle grade fantasy / adventure beginning of a series, I think. It is about a boy who is, I think he's a, what's the word, apothecary, so he's into potions and magic and that kind of thing. I think he gets himself into some trouble or into some bad business and he has to go on the run with his friend, 1 female and 1 male, so they're a little threesome. Can I get a Harry Potter in the house? Can I hear it? But what sold this to me was 3 lines: follow the clues, crack the code, stay alive. Pretty catchy. I'm actually quite excited about this. I think it sounds pretty good. So the next book was actually given to me by Suzanne, who is our managing director at Simon & Schuster, who is just one of the most lovely human beings I've ever met in my life. But it is Me Being Me is Exactly the Same as You Being You by Todd, Hasak, Lowy. I'm not 100% sure what this is actually about, but what I do know is that it is told entirely in the form of lists, which sounds super intriguing. I'm really keen to see how he executes this, and I have heard many good things. I think it is about a teenage boy and it's somewhat a coming of age story, and it is a comedy and maybe a little bit of romance going on, but I'm certainly intrigued and I'm in love with the cover as well because it's black and yellow. Black and yellow. So the next book that was sent to me by Penguin Random House as well is Terry Pratchett's last book, The Shepherd's Crown. This is the last book in the Discworld series because of course he very sadly passed away. So honestly I haven't read any of the Discworld books. My mum has a ton downstairs so I could have a nosy through. I would definitely be reading this because it would just be like a sin not to. So my mother was recently clearing out her bookshelves again and I saw that she was giving this book away. I was like, what are you doing? Give it to me! And that is Half of a Yellow Sun by Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie, and it's the World Book Night 2011 edition. So this takes place in 1960s Nigeria during the Civil War, and so it's 3 people's lives who are intertwined, and it's their story, I'm guessing. It's probably quite sad and harrowing because it does take place during the war, but I am so keen to read her novels because of Max at Well Done Books again. Really made me want to read her books, and I'm super excited for this. Definitely want to get into this soon. So the last set of books was sent to me by a very dear friend of mine. Zoe, if you're watching, I love you! So the first book that Zoe sent me was Damned by Chuck Palahniuk, and apparently this is Inferno meets The Breakfast Club. I'm so excited for this, oh my god. This is about a girl who is sent to hell. She's 11 years old and she dies of a marijuana overdose, and she meets a host of other young people and teenagers in hell, and they have to travel across hell together to confront Satan, and it just sounds so weird and hilarious, and I'm very excited to check this out. I've always wanted to read some Palahniuk as well, but just have never had the chance. Also, please let me know if you've read any Palahniuk. Am I even saying Palahniuk right? I'd be really intrigued which ones I should check out because he's written quite a lot. Don't know if I should just go for Fight Club or maybe try out some different ones. So the next book that Zoe sent me is Comet in Moominland by Tove Jansson. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, I'm very sorry. So this obviously is about a comet coming towards Moominland. It is a children's book. and it is illustrated and it is beautiful. I'm so very excited. But apparently there is, according to Zoe, more than meets the eye with this because it was written during the war, so I'm sure there'll be some commentary on that, which is why I'm so excited for this. So the last book is The Curse of the Gloamglozer by Paul Stewart and Chris Riddell. Everyone be quiet, look at this. How much does that just make you sick? It's so beautiful. I want to be Chris Riddell when I grow up. Oh my god, they make me want to die. They're so amazing. Everybody just bow down to Chris Riddell and never get up. So apparently this is about a boy called Quint, I believe, the son of a sky pirate captain. Already kind of want to read this just because of that. And he's travelling across this fantasy world with a girl called Maris, and they have things to do. They have some kind of task, I'm guessing, and they meet lots of wacky, crazy characters along the way. So do let me know what you think of any of these books, if you have read them, or if you'd like me to review them myself, that would be fine. And that's everything. You can follow me on social media if you want to, but you don't have to. It's Pippity on Instagram, and then at PippityBop2 for Twitter. Now we're finished. Let's go home. Thanks for watching. I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.